I'm down here working on my Promark Warrior drone, and I now know why this is a trade. Kind of unfortunate because people don't really take care of their RCs like they should, but I found a few things that, this is going to get fixed, but it's a little unfortunate because of the condition that it's in. It's going to take a little more work to get it back up to flying order. I'm actually very surprised that I didn't crash it on its maiden. So let me turn this around out. So each one of these posts here that hold the propellers on had a enormous amount of glue. I don't know why you would ever want to do that on a moving part. I mean, I know the idea is the shaft here isn't moving, blah, 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 but this is a moving area. You never want to do this. If this is wore out, 3D print one, buy some more, whatever. You can't just glue that on the shaft. I have to dig all this stuff out just to see if this cap will even work. I've already replaced the one blade over here with a good blade I had on the other Promark drone I have. This one here is the one that I did a battery mod on, and as you can see, it's got, it's taking a beating pretty good. So I have not fixed the body on this one yet, and the motors are wore out, so I was debating on whether to go any further with this one. So I think what I'm going to do now is use it as a parts donor for this guy. But I mean, as you can see, there's a lot of stuff wrong with this here. I mean, why would you ever, I don't know why you would ever do this. Guys, if you ever have a drone and you know, specifically something like a DJI or a Promark or a Holystone or whatever, any of these styles here with the camera and stuff on the bottom, do not ever put any kind of glue. This is hot glue, I know what it is. Don't put any kind of glue on any kind of moving parts like that. Sorry, I'm trying to see if the camera's focusing at the same time. See if I can get this off and find out what other kind of horrors we got underneath. So a lot of what I'm seeing here is these shafts, I forget what they call them, the pit shafts or pitman shafts or whatever the hell they're called, with the nut and stuff on them. Those are actually really good and crisp, so those are probably fine. I did order some new motors for this guy because I thought the motors might be wore out, and I found them relatively cheap, but I don't know if the motors is what's the cause is. There was a whole lot of restriction on this blade right here, and if you watch the maiden that I did, I was having a hard time keeping it straight. I kept wanting to drift around and move and stuff. I'm pretty certain that's what that was, because that's in the ass end. It's on the left side, which would, be the side that I was having the issue with. I couldn't keep it going in a certain direction, so I'm pretty sure that's what that was. We're going to dig into this a little bit more, so let me get the other ones off here and we'll take a look at those. Alright, so putting this back together here, we're going to have to do a little finagling. So I'm going to use an extra washer, a little brass one or copper one or whatever that is. Focus. Then I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to put a silicone bushing or whatever the hell you would call that with another washer on top. Now what that's going to enable me to do is get my height up a little bit so I can use the Shadow Drone's cap here. So let me see how this works here. I don't want it to be restricted, which is the whole reason of putting the silicone in there. It might have a tiny bit of restriction, but it's the best thing I've got, because all the washers and stuff I can put in there, it's just going to create another area and weight and everything else. I don't want that, so I'm trying to fill in the space a little bit close to the plastic here. I'm going to have to try to 3D print something here, but it's going to take me a little bit of time. So in the meantime, I'm going to roll with that silicone part if it'll work and see what it does. So let me see if I can get the screw in there. Okay, so I did end up getting the screw in there. Got a little bit of tightness to it. I mean, it's fairly gruff. I know, excuse my language, guys, I talk weird, but it's not that much different than this one over here. This one moves a little freer, and this one, I mean, it's not much, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to just kind of check it out. So I got to go over the other two still, so let's see what we find on those. The second blade B actually doesn't look too bad. The inside of the cap was full of glue again, so I've dug what I can out of it. I think that'll be okay. Again, I don't know why anybody would do that. So I'm gonna kind of lightly put that on there and see if I can get away with it. Again, I'm gonna have to replace all this stuff later. As you can see, this one here, it won't even go down all the way, and I'm not gonna force it because it, you know, shouldn't have the glue in there to begin with. So I can't believe somebody would do that again, but you know, it is what it is. So let's get on to this last one here, and as you can see, the blade's bent on that one, so I will definitely be replacing that one. This one here seems to be okay, so I'm probably just gonna have to replace that other A blade. I don't know what kind of horrors I'm gonna get into that cap, so let's start digging into it. Okay, so this is what I'm finding a lot of. I can't even hardly get this cap out. Look how much glue's in there. Oh. It's ruined the cap on the top here, so let's see what else we get into. Had to finagle this one a little bit more, so we'll see how that does. Alright, I got the cap on. I just wanted to show the mess that I had here. This is all the glue that I dug out. These are all the blades that I took off, so we're going to give that another shot, and hopefully it doesn't do bad. So we'll check it out in the next video, guys.